Today on TQA Weekly, we answer the question, do you really need to buy an expensive ink cartridge? And before we get into that, my name is Steve Smith. This is TQA Weekly, and if you haven't already done so, click the subscribe button down below as well as the notification bell to get notification of new episodes in the future. And if you want to be part of our private monthly live stream, as well as to have other perks, click the join button down below for more details. Now, for the question, do you really need to buy expensive ink cartridges? The answer is no. So for those who really just wanted the answer, it is no. For those who want to learn more, let's continue on. So printers are really inexpensive multifunction devices that allow us to scan, copy, print, and do a bunch of other stuff depending on the model that you have. It is a necessity for people like me and others that like to print out all of the paper, the photos, and whatever that is related to their work. However, because of the way printers are sold and marketed, they do have borderline deceptive and immoral practices related to them, with black ink costing a premium over color. Now, for you to understand what the marketing is, you have to understand some of the logic used. So printers are sold with a loss leader in mind. So you buy the printer and you expected to buy the ink for that printer to become profitable. So there is some incentive for these companies to do things that would be considered immoral and deceptive practices. And this is the only way they make a buck. Now, why is ink expensive? Well, ink is expensive because they chip the cartridges with a chip underneath each of these cartridges to demonstrate that the cartridge is in fact genuine to the printer. And if it isn't, it is supposedly not going to work. And for this reason, they're cutting out the competition as much as possible. Is chipping ink anti-competitive? It is in my strong belief that it is, because you really cannot invent color. And to begin with, there's a little bit of a problem when it comes to ink. Ink is 95% water, with ethylene glycol to prevent the printer heads from getting blocked, a little bit of dye to color the ink, cyclohexane to allow the ink to stick to the paper, and butyl urea to allow the fibers not to reconstitute in a different pattern, preventing warping. But these are all really common things, and you can actually very easily create your own ink if you have the exact recipe, which a lot of people do have the actual recipe. So when you're thinking about it, of course, they're going to want to chip the cartridges and make sure that everybody's buying from the right places so they continue to turn a profit. But how much does ink really cost? Well, let's think about that. So if this was a legitimate kit of ink cartridges from Canon for a Canon PIXMA MX922, the black ink cartridge would cost $33.98 Canadian. The genuine color pack would cost $64.99 Canadian for a total price of $98.97 before tax. However, that isn't the genuine article. This is a kit sold by Inkfirst, which for a set of five only costs $30.95. So if you cut that down to how much it costs for one kit inside, that is $6.19. If you're anywhere good in math, you will know that that markup between the cartridges, not including the profit that Inkfirst makes on this product, the markup is at least 1,600%. And to give you an idea of how much a bag of chip renders profit in a store, that's 40%. So to be honest, I am aware that a lot of these companies need to turn a profit, but the justification for something costing multiple times more than the competition can't really be made. I can understand if it was 200, maybe 300, because you're practically giving the printer, but 1,600 and chipping the product on top of everything else to make us believe that the printer will explode for some reason if you don't use the real thing is anti-competitive, and it is incredibly deceptive. So again, do you really need to buy expensive ink cartridges? The answer is no. because at least in my case, it works the same, it printouts the same, the color's the same. So what's the difference? So I would like to invite all of you out there that have your own printers to do this. Go to Amazon, find the real kits, see how much they cost, find the competitor's product, see what the price is, and calculate what the markup would be, at least in the minimum, between each of these, and post it down below in the comments. I want to see how much your ink cartridges cost compared to the competition. Like this episode if you like it, dislike it if you didn't, share with those that you think can benefit from this, and don't forget to subscribe. And if you have any questions, comments, suggestions for topics, email me at ask@tqaweekly.com or go to my website, tqaweekly.com, for everything else, like show notes to this episode, search engine to find other solutions to your other questions, other ways of subscribing, and a contact form to email me directly. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.